You two are my favorite characters right now, and you were just getting into the relationship, and we really need to see more of that. So please.
Don't turn your back on Massimo.
What would you like to see in the characters in season 5?
He just proposed to her.
Yeah.
And then I cried the whole those episodes, so I was falling so much I didn't really pay attention to the rest of it. I do need to see both of you come back. It's possible. And I'm sure they can do it with Lost Girl. They do it with everything else. And I know Cassini at least might be able to come back, but I'm not sure how they would be ready.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to tell you guys, but I think it goes back to, what Paul said. You don't really want what you think you want. So I don't think you really want to know until you watch season 5. I think you want that surprise element.
So there is a possible chance.
That's not what we're saying. We're not saying anything.
Are you going to start waterboarding it next?
I take bribes.
How did you guys react when you read the scripts? When you learned about your fate, how did you guys react when reading that?
I mean, we knew it was coming. It's not, it's not like we didn't know. So, but finally seeing it on paper and then being there on the day and acting it all out, it was really emotional for everybody involved. It felt like it felt so deep, like deeper than really anything that we'd ever done. So I think we'll always cherish that, that episode, and it was a real bonding experience. And it's like, you've been working with someone for almost 5 years or whatever. You don't think anything else can really bond you. We've all seen each other at our worst. We've been through everything at this point, it feels like. But that episode, I think, brought everybody closer together.
Hi. I would like to know if you could pick any person, doesn't have to be an actor, could be a family member, friend, to guest star on the show with you, what would their relationship be to your character, and why would you choose that person?
I've always said Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy. I wanted to come out and be my sister. I'm a huge Buffy fan, so that would be my choice.
Isn't Charisma Carpenter going to be on the season? That's what I've heard.
She was going to be on.
All right.
She was, and then it was actually pretty unfortunate because when the days that we were supposed to be filming, she got really, really sick, and so we had to recast the part in the last minute and everything. But she was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow up.
I would choose Sally Richardson.
What relationship to your character? How would you want to interact?
My mother. She'd be my mother. I like her. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd want Adam Driver from Girls to come in and be Kenzie's crazy older brother or something. That'd be cool. Or like a fae that she has to deal with. I think he's a really cool actor.
There was a cool piece of fan fiction written by Susan Metaxas, right, who's sitting right there, that kind of went into the shifter world a bit, and there was a really cool character of Dyson's godmother, and she was the head of the entire shifter hierarchy. She was a very powerful creature in the Fae world. And I would love to explore that storyline with Sigourney Weaver, who is, in my opinion, the best action hero, man or woman, ever.
I mean, if I had any family that existed, but they don't because all the Messers are killed, I would love for Gary Oldman to have been my dad. Like a real back to his London roots of all the stuff that got me into acting that I loved, about film. That Gary, that I used to cherish him as an actor, and he would make sorry, I'm small again. Awesome father.
I think Gary Busey would be more of your alley.
Is it just because of the teeth?
And Rachel, how would Sarah Michelle Gellar, what would she be as far as if she was a guest on the show?
Just amazing. My sister, I guess, the sister of Valkyrie.
Sister Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing I love most about Lost Girl is all the fantastical creatures. So if you could be any type of fae other than the one that you already are, what would you be?
Well, yeah, there's a crap. I just don't even want to be that. I just wouldn't have done the show otherwise.
I'd be vexed too, by the way. 'cause
Everyone would be.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
I also must admit I like being a shifter. It's pretty good, but I don't know. I have a fantastical creature in my head that I've always wanted to be. I don't know if that qualifies as fae.
Totally qualifies.
Yeah. It's like a mix between like Colossus and from X-Men and I guess Cable, who's also a mutant. Yeah. Organic steel, control steel, and molecular level. Fun stuff. It's immortal.
I always say Vex, but I think I'd love to be a wolf. It'd be cool to get to growl. I've always been a little
She did
jealous.
it so well.
I'm not the one drinking beer here, so.
Tomorrow's panel.
The tequila.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna wait for you guys to have more time to think.
I don't know if this qualifies as a fae, but I don't even have a name for it, actually. I can see it, but I don't know if I know how to describe it. It's, I always wanted to kind of be something that can dissolve. Can anyone put the pieces together for me? But liquid. But not like liquid metal or anything. More like liquid. Like I felt like
This is an awkward situation, and I just need to dissolve, and then be over there.
yeah. Anyone? Not like T2. No T2. No, not T2. Who?
Waterman.
There you go. I want to be a water nymph. I like that. That's what I've always wanted to be.
I guess I'd be. I don't know about a fake character on the show, but I always thought it'd be cool to be able to breathe underwater. I love that movie Waterman, or what was it? Aquaman. Not Aquaman. It was that really bad Mel Gibson one. Waterworld.
Kevin Costner.
I went and saw that like 3 times in the theaters when I was little. I did. I think I was the only person who saw it in theaters. Or I'd like to be invisible. I think it'd be cool to be invisible.
She's such a voyeur.
And would you guys be light or dark fae with your powers?
I'd have to be tall.
Yeah, that's
On the light.
The light's boring. Yeah. Okay.
Hello. Hi. My question
Was
is...
light boring when I whooped your ass?
Maybe Vex let you whip his ass.
What effect do you guys think that Lost Girl has had on the LGBT community?
Sorry.
What effect do you think that your show has had on the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community?
Well, what I've heard is that people really like the way that relationships are just demonstrated on our show. That they're not sensationalized, whether it is a gay or a lesbian or a straight or bi, fey, whatever we are. You know, it's like it's all about just the connection that those two people are having, and we don't really. You know, the nice thing about the Fae is we're dealing with a supposed culture that's millennia old, and I guess they've evolved that there is no real concern either way, and there's a little more open-minded about it. I think that's something that's being strongly appreciated. That's what I've heard of it.
Yeah, I think to quote Paolo, who's like one of my favorite directors on the show, I was having this conversation. He refers to the show, it's almost like the normalization of the mythological. So what I think the show does really, really well is it's normal for everybody to be like that. There's no segregation, there's no kind of naming anybody, and that happens within the mythological world that we've created. So therefore, the sexualization has been normalized within that world. So you don't have to call somebody gay, straight, bi, whatever. It's just normal, which is basically, if we could get to that point in life where whatever you wanted to be was normal. And I think that's what the show does really well.
Awesome, thank you.
What is your favorite season?
Season 2.
Season 4. And 1. I liked 1. 1 was cool.
Season 3, just because it was so much fun to, come on the show and be a part of everything. I like
Season 3 because you were in it, is what you're saying.
I actually really liked season 1 too. I did, because I binge watched all of them when I got the part, and season 1 was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked one. One had it was our seminal season. We just we were so fresh, and we were just we were so positive and committed to it, and because we're so jaded. It all went downhill. No, there was a lot of hope in that first season. Season 2 was a bit.
Hey, I like season 2. I didn't say
You were great in season 2. You had an awesome ride.
I have a comment on my season. I like season 2.
That season 2 was pretty rough on me.
Yeah, I can have one. Oh, I thought you were going to say season 2 was kind of, because I said.
No, I'm just taking it personally for myself. It was a bit of a biatch of a season.
I lost my heart. Hernias.
Season 5 to date.
That was cheesy.
It was meant to be.
Right. Thank you guys for being part of a show that's like an endless delight to all of us, first of all. And then my question, I think, is kind of a traditional con question, so I may have been asked it before, but I just want to know which Hogwarts house you would sort each of your characters into. Which Hogwarts house you would sort each of your characters into? Harry Potter.
Oh.
If you had a sorting hat.
My character?
Oh, yeah, or yourselves. Or yourselves.
You Slytherin.
Or she.
You're saying you're Gryffindor. I'm thinking Hufflepuff. Ravenclaw. I think Hufflepuff.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's Ravenclaw.
Never read a word. Never watched a minute.
I don't even know if Dyson's in that house. He's in the woods with the centaurs.
Thank you guys.
Okay, so my question is, if you were to take your character and put it into another sci-fi fantasy realm to either kick ass or to just enjoy that world, where would you put your character and what would you do?
I don't think I'd be any good in like Star Trek. I have no purpose, but I don't know. Late in my head.
I think my character could fit into True Blood, and I'm quite a fan of True Blood. I think he could rock up as one of Eric's mates. Yeah, do some damage. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be in The Walking Dead. I would have absolutely no part in The Walking Dead. I just would be in it because I'm obsessed with it. And what Tamsin would fit, I guess Vikings, probably, since she's
Yeah, I don't know. Dyson.
I'd like to see Dyson kick ass in Twilight World. I just rip all the throats out of the wolves.
Or Game of Thrones. I feel my own. Do my own work.
So where would you put the human? You guys tell me.
You can go in Supernatural, yeah.
No, you're not Game of Thrones. She lasts like half an episode. No, I'm just saying, everyone dies. Like, so you want to be part of that. You know?
I'm an expert in that, okay?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, that helps me.
You were trying to figure out
Hail to be on Graham!
Oh, Graham is on.
Such a good one.
Yeah, Sheboygan. Yeah, absolutely.
Or Sleepy Hollow, if you love to.
I like Graham. Really good call. Crowd participation, I love it.
So my question is more of a personal question than a question related to your character. I just want to know your favorite brand of beer.
Brand of beer.
This is for tomorrow.
this is actually what kind of booze would you like us to bring tomorrow?
Or I want to know if the one that I brought to Chris and Casey was okay today.
Well, Paul ended up drinking it.
That is not okay.
I mean, the Casey's not drinking beer right now. It was delicious.
So ask me if I was actually drinking beer right now. He just took it.
No, the one I brought you this
I
morning.
didn't think you wanted warm beer, so I don't know.
I like my beer warm. I like
The question is,
room temperature beer.
why did you bring beers for them and not me?
Because you were at the other end and I hadn't made it down there yet and I had to get here to be in the front row.
Well, you have to go and get me a beer.
Well, I will if you'll tell me what brand. That's why I was asking.
Oh, I love the Unita. I love the local Utah beers. There was one that we had which was
834.
834 Stout. Yeah, it was amazing. You do good beers in Utah. Yeah. We've been keeping local. Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you.
You know, anything organic? Organic beer? No, okay, thanks.
Organic warm beer.
That's how you say it. Organic room temperature beer.
With lentils in it.
In a bottle, not a can. Gluten-free.
Well, since this is a panel about relationships, if you were a writer and you could go in and mix things up, are there any pairings of characters that aren't paired up now that you would think would be fun to be paired up with?
Yeah, I can't believe Tamsin and Vex have that, like, we've more than 5 seconds together.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Because they're such, I mean, they're real, bitches at the end of the day. Aren't they? Both, I'd like to see a scene where they both give it out to each other. That'd be fun. Really hammer away at the insults. Like we do in real life, basically.
More of a bromance, or could there be a romance?
No romance. No, just, I think those two, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, because I've gotten to work with Emmanuel, and that was so much fun, although it was primarily in season 3. But I loved seeing the dynamic of those two characters, and of course you've worked with Emmanuel as well.
Yeah, which is fun.
A great deal. Any interaction with two dark characters, because they all seem to have sort of such strong, forceful, deviant personalities, I think is fun to explore.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
I was wondering how you feel like you've grown as an actor over the years or the seasons.
I'm chiseling away at the last sort of reputation I have as a classical actor in this world. The last little bit in season 5, and then I'm done. Yeah, I've shrunk.
For the rest of us, unlambda trained actors, it's been a fantastic journey of growth and learning. Lost Girl is an amazing show because it provides us with an opportunity to really challenge us in this craft. I mean, a lot of the times when you're playing, a human in a very normal situation, your job is to, make it authentic and just connect with the person you're working with. We have to do that as well, but we also have to layer on all these layers of fantasy and imagination. And what that really relies on is, in the end of the day, is craft. You're looking at a little green ball, and it's got to be the thing you're most scared of in your life.